prepsportsshowcase.com. Looks like the Webster Groves Statesmen are going to get the ball first to begin the second half. Bradford inbounds. And he will dribble with the left hand, kick out in the corner. Harris, he'll drive baseline, up and under, too much. And McNutt comes down with it. And quickly in the front court, here is Holloway. And McNutt now for three. Yes, sir. Mason McNutt, his 5th point of the night. Suddenly a 9-point lead for Hazelwood Central. Now it's Hilton. Drives in, right-hand shot, just missed it. Couldn't quite get it over the front lip of the rim. And Hazelwood Central is moving. McNutt, another one. Nope. Floresca with the rebound. Out to Cameron Hilton, drives in, fouled. Can't get the shot to go, but he will go to the line to shoot. McNutt picks up the foul. Mason McNutt, number 2. For him. Cameron Hilton's foul shot is good. His first point of the night. He was instrumental in that semifinal win over Vianney. Cameron Hilton with 13 points last night. Now he's got 2 as he got both of the free throws to go down. And it's back to a 7-point game for Hazelwood Central. And now Hilton drives in. Layup is good. Cameron Hilton with 4 points here early in the second half. Josh Martin really wanted the foul there against Holloway. Bradford picks up the man-to-man defense, and now he's going to be whistled for a foul. That was a bit of a makeup, I think. There was more contact along the sideline than there was there, but Bradford does pick up the foul. It's going to be his second. Xavier Sneed will inbound right next to the Hazelwood Central bench. Courtney Ramey will come in. Bradford will go out. McNutt. Dobbs. George. And back out to McNutt. Craig on the man-to-man defense. Tipped the pass. Harris comes down with it. 2-on-1 going the other way. Drives in. Layup. No good. Sneed comes down with a rebound, but it's ripped out of there by Ramey, and it goes out of bounds off of Webster. And Hazelwood Central will have the basketball.
Watch him running and jumping.
Sneed.
Tar heel, Steve.
Brings it up into the front court. Skip pass, far side. McNutt thought about the 3, pulls it down, guarded by Floresca. Drives in, kick out, now Dobbs. Cross court, Sneed. Bounce pass on the block, George. And he lowered his shoulder and just ran over Cameron Hilton. George picks up the foul. Marcus George. I think his first. It is his first. Leland Bradford will bring it up. Pretty good crowd, almost standing room only here tonight for the championship game of the 2014 Coaches versus Cancer Tournament. Craig for 3. No. Floresca, nice rebound over the top. Stick back, no good, but he's fouled. And it's going to be George picking up another foul, his second in about the last 30 seconds. Alex Floresca. 6'8" senior. He now has 5 after that free throw. Second one by Floresca is good as well. And Holloway will bring it up. George. Dobbs. Now Holloway. There's George. Pulls up from 18. Too strong. Ramey with the rebound. Brings it up against McNutt into the front court. 5:20 remaining in the third quarter. 3-point lead for Hazelwood Central for the tie. No, air ball. Bradford tried to save it, but he stepped out of bounds before he went airborne. Craig shows flashes of being able to knock down from distance, but has some cold spells as well. We're used to him from last year being quite the marksman from the outside. Still trying to find that stroke this year. Xavier Sneed in the front court. Gets his dribble back after passing it off to George. Crossover. McNutt. Sneed in the corner. Dobbs pounds it from 14. Rims it in. Dominic Dobbs with 9 points on the night. Coast to coast, Bradford for the layup. Leland Bradford's first point of the night. And Holloway just tripped over the ball. Going the other way, 4-on-2. Bradford back to back. Yes, sir. Layup is good. Leland Bradford. And it's a 1-point lead for Hazelwood Central. 26-25 now. Sneed with a push off. Xavier Sneed just picked up foul number 3, and Josh Martin is not happy. Calls timeout. Full timeout. Josh Martin wants to talk to the officials, and they don't want to talk to him. 4:23 remaining in the third quarter. And Hazelwood Central still on top, but only by 1. 26-25 is our score. .423 remaining in the third quarter. Josh Martin is using the entire timeout to talk to the official. His assistant coach is actually running the huddle right now. I'm not even sure Martin is going to step in there and say anything. Now he does. Used most of this 1-minute timeout to talk to the officials about. He thought there was a foul on the offensive end for his team, especially the play where Steve Holloway fell face first. Looked like he was tripped up a little bit, but the officials didn't see it that way. So here we go. Webster is going to inbound the ball right here in front of our table. And they will look to regain the lead here. Leland Bradford dribbles to the right wing. Ramey. Here's Harris. Now it's Gordon. Alley-oop. No, there's a runner by Ramey, and it goes down, and the lead goes back to the Webster Groves Statesmen, 27-26. Holloway, guarded by Bradford. Now it's George. Lob pass, knocked out of there by Gordon, controlled by Floresca. Chance to add to the lead. Ramey for 3. No. Rebounded by Sneed. Chance for the Hawks to go back up. Alley-oop pass, too deep for Dobbs. Ramey with a nice play, ends up on the table. Wiped out the entire coaches table over here. Yet, good hustle play. Jay Blossom liked it. Ball goes back over to the Hawks. They have to rewire some stuff at the table. Good hustle play by Courtney Ramey. McNutt will inbound. Cam Potts. Now to Holloway. Steve Holloway. McNutt in the corner. Now it's George. Pounds it on the floor. Good bounce pass to Dobbs, and the layup is good. Good look by George. 11 on the night by Dobbs. And it is back to Hazelwood Central, 28-27. Layup no good by Stephen Harris. And he will go to the line and shoot a couple. Foul will be whistled on number 3, Mason McNutt. And Stephen Harris goes to the line. Number 3 on Mason, 3:05 remaining in the third quarter. Stephen Harris is at the line. Missed the free throw. Stephen Harris, a 79% free throw shooter. And he'll get another, trying to tie this game up with 3:05 remaining in the third quarter. Bit of a delay here as we have some moisture on the court, I think. Stephen Harris. No, he doesn't. Missed the free throw, and George with the rebound. McNutt, guarded by Potts, into the front court. Back to George. Now to Potts. Dribbles it. Holloway. Bad pass. Ramey going the other way. Drives in. Layup. Dunk by Chris Gordon. Chris Gordon elevates and throws it down, in the lead back to Webster, 29-28. Steve Holloway in the front court. Now it's George. Back to Sneed. Sneed driving baseline. The runner off iron. No. Rebound fought for. Bodies on the floor. Goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it belongs to Webster Groves with 2:21 remaining in this third quarter. Webster leading by 1. Gordon inbounds as Ramey will bring it up. .210 remaining in the third quarter. Ramey, teardrop is good. Courtney Ramey with 4 in the quarter, 8 on the night. The lead is 3 for Webster Groves. Holloway with a left-hand dribble, guarded by Ramey. Bounce pass, low block. George trying to work on Floresca, shoots it over the top. Oh my goodness! Xavier Sneed with the follow. He's got 4, and the lead is only 1 now for Webster Groves. Lob pass, Floresca pounds it twice. Spin move on George, puts it up, missed it. And McNutt. Holloway front court. Thought about the 3, lobs it on the block. Dobbs pounds it, working on Gordon, missed it. Rebounded by Harris, they'll push. Harris right down the middle, layup, finger roll, nope. McNutt had it, got it over to Holloway in the front court. Dobbs lost him momentarily. George goes in, missed the jam. Forgot where he was, way too far out. Ramey drives in, shot up, and no good. Tipped up, no. Gordon controls it in the corner, back to Floresca. Now to Cam Potts, and he goes strong to the hoop, fouled by McNutt with 47 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Evans and Croft going to come back into the game after this first free throw by Cam Potts. Cam Potts, just a sophomore and just a 36% free throw shooter. Missed it. Like to put his team up by 2. Donovan Daniels is in. Cam Hilton is in. Floresca will come out. Cam Potts missed the second one too. Missed them both. Dobbs to Sneed. Cam Hilton. Sneed trying to drive right by him. Stripped on the way up, goes out of bounds, and it will, no, they're going to say it wasn't stripped. It goes right out of Sneed's hands and out of bounds. So Webster will have it here. Sam Craig will come back into the game. And Cam Potts will go out. Harris, Gordon, Hilton, Craig, and Daniels on the floor for Webster. It is Croft, Dobbs, Anderson, Evans, and Sneed on the floor for Hazelwood Central. Stephen Harris got the bucket there. His first bucket of the night. He's got 2. Quiet last night. Quiet again tonight. Sneed. Croft. Bad pass. Stolen by Harris at the buzzer. Rimming no. 3-point lead for Webster Groves as we get set for the 4th quarter. Good comeback there by Webster Groves as they outscore Hazelwood Central 18-9 in the quarter to get themselves back into it. 33-30 is our score. 18-9, they outscore them. Leading scorers in the game right now. Courtney Ramey still leading the Webster Grove Statesmen with 8. Chris Gordon has 6. Cameron Hilton with 4. Alex Floresca with 6. Leland Bradford with 4. Sam Craig with 3 for a total of 33. Stephen Harris also that bucket as well for 2, so they have 33. And Hazelwood Central being paced so far by Dominic Dobbs and his 11 points. Marcus George with 2, Xavier Sneed with 4, Mason McNutt with 5, Jordan Croft with 3, Stephen Holloway with 4. Ball to be inbounded. Stephen Holloway will have it as we get the 4th quarter underway in a 3-point championship game. Dobbs drives in with a runner. The right-handed runner is good. And it's a 1-point lead for Webster. Bradford backs it out. Patient offensively. Drives in. Nice pass to Floresca. He missed it. Hung on the rim. Should have been a technical. And Craig puts it up no good. Hilton with a rebound. Spin move on Xavier Sneed. Lost the ball. Croft coming the other way. Dobbs driving in. Layup good. Lead goes back to Hazelwood Central as Dobbs scores his 15th point. Bradford with a right-hand dribble to the corner. Craig, Hilton. Bradford top of the key, hangs from 15. No, Floresca can't tip it in. Bradford gets it back. Craig for 3. No. Rebounded by Croft. 1-point lead for Hazelwood Central, 34-33. Holloway, Sneed for 3. No. Rebounded by Harris. Bradford will slow it down just a little bit as they look to regain the lead with 6:20 left. Between the legs dribble to Harris. He'll cut in. Nice look to Floresca for the flush. Floresca, his 8th point of the night. The lead goes back to Webster Groves, 35-34. Holloway drives in. Contact on the floor. No shot. I think they're going to get Hilton or Bradford for the foul. It is going to be Bradford. I have that as number 3 on him. Inbound by Croft. Count is on. Sneed gets it. Catches it. Drives in. Hangs in the air. Floresca fouled him and 1. Xavier Sneed, very acrobatic, got the finish. He's got 6. Floresca picks up the foul, miraculously just number 1 on him. As physical as his game has been, Alex Floresca just picked up his first foul. Xavier Sneed completes the 3-point play, and it's a 2-point lead for Hazelwood Central. Now Bradford off the glass. No, tipped around. And going to be a tie-up. And we're getting a little testy over here now. Let's get them separated. Maurice Evans was the man that came down with the rebound and got tied up. And we're going to sort this out. They might just call alternating possession, and it favors Webster Groves. No fouls involved there. Tempers flared momentarily. They calm down just a little bit. And we'll get back to basketball. Leland Bradford inbounds. Floresca for the jam. Oh, he missed the jam. Craig rebounds, though. Back to Floresca. Back to Craig for 3, offline. And rebounded by Sneed. Oh, and that's a foul on Leland Bradford. Got a bit of his foot there, and Bradford just picked up, I believe, number 4. Yes, it is. Leland Bradford just picked up his 4th foul. Courtney Ramey will go get him. Hazelwood Central leading it by 2. Croft inbounds to Halloway. Halloway now in the front court. Croft. George. Halloway. Driving baseline, put it up, blocked by 2 players, and Craig comes down with it. Ramey. His team a chance to tie here. He'll drive in, kick out, open look for Hilton. Drives into the paint, put it up, and George jump ball, and it goes to Hazelwood Central. Great defense by Marcus George. Cameron Hilton went strong to the hoop. George would have none of it. Absolutely locked him up as he was trying to put that shot up. Xavier Sneed brings the ball up, his team up by 2. Halloway. Now it's Sneed, rises up for 3. Back iron, no. Floresca with the rebound. Lost it, and we're gonna have, what, another jump ball or a timeout? Jump ball will go back to Webster Groves. I say this for the officiating crew, they are letting them play now. Lots of contact out there. Just letting it go at the moment. Chris Gordon to inbound, but not before Jay Blossom calls a timeout. He wants to talk about it here, almost the midway point of the 4th quarter. In a very tight championship game from the inaugural 2014 Coaches versus Cancer Holiday Tournament. Good time to tell you about our friend Doug Rupp at State Farm Insurance. If it's State Farm, you can call him for your discount double check. Doug Rupp wants to be your agent for auto, home, life, renter's insurance, whatever your insurance needs may be. Give Doug Rupp a call, 894-6000, or you can contact him at dougrupp.com. Go to his website, dougrupp.com. He just wants to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. That is the mission statement of Doug Rupp, State Farm Insurance. So we come back out of this timeout, 4:37 remaining in the game. Webster Groves, the #1 seed in this tournament, against the 2-time defending champs and #2 seed, Hazelwood Central. If that weren't enough, Webster Groves, #3 in the state, Hazelwood Central, #5 in the state, and that will get shaken up based off of the action here in this tournament. The #1 team in the state, Kickapoo, was knocked off by Hazelwood Central. Floresca strong to the hoop, and he's going to be fouled. And they're going to call Sneed on the foul, and Xavier can't believe it. That's 4 on Xavier Sneed. Floresca, 8 points on the night. Can tie us up if the 57% free throw shooter can get both, and he doesn't. Sneed checks out. Mason McNutt checks in. And Floresca, the senior, second one, got that one. 9 points on the night for him. Hazelwood Central by 1. Dobbs to inbound. And a 5-second call. Webster Groves turns them over and has a chance to regain the lead. Ramey. On the block, Floresca. Shoots it over Cam Hilton. Drives past Holloway into the paint. Put it up, missed it. Floresca strong for the rebound. Had it blocked out by George. Holloway quickly up the floor. Nice look to Croft. Reverse layup, no good, but the tip, no. They're going to call it goaltending. They're going to say that ball was in the cylinder. They wave it off. They wave it off. And 4 minutes left to go in the game. Ramey, Courtney Ramey into the front court. Some pleasantries being exchanged by the benches. Harris, Floresca, Hilton drives in, jump stop, put it up, and missed it. Floresca with the rebound, goes strong, is fouled. He'll go to the line. I think they're going to get George on this one. Yes, it is. George will pick up the foul. Number 3 on him. And Floresca, his team down by 1. Still down by 1. Leland Bradford back into the game with his 4 fouls. It's crunch time, 3:35 remaining in the game, or in regulation anyway, I should say, just in case. We had overtime last night. Hazelwood Central did in their semifinal. Floresca with that free throw ties us up at 37. Steve Holloway. Front court now, Sneed driving baseline, and he got fouled by Stephen Harris. Number 3, I believe, on Stephen. And Xavier Sneed is standing at the line, but I don't think it's a shooting foul. It's not. That's only team foul number 5 of the second half against Webster. Sneed, Croft. Croft drives in, and they're going to call a foul on Hilton for the hand check, and Hilton just picked up his 3rd. Team foul number 6, so the rest of the way, the Hawks will be shooting free throws. Inbounded Sneed, now George, near side Holloway. On the block, Dobbs splits the defense. Lost control of the ball, though. Croft now to Dobbs. Creates some space. Layup good. Dobbs now with 17 points. More importantly, the Hawks with a 2-point lead with 3 minutes left. Harris drives in. Lost it on the way up. Goes out of bounds. Get some help, and they're going to say it goes to Hazelwood Central. Good job by the officials conferring with each other. The official along the baseline wasn't sure, so he asked for help, and the other one had a clear view of it as it went off of Harris's leg. Holloway in the front court. Corner now, Sneed trying to drive in. Lots of contact, but no whistle. George comes up with it, missed it, and Floresca, I think, is going to be picked for the foul. Now, they're going to say 23 is Harris. Stephen Harris picks up his 4th foul. And George, first free throw, missed it short. Courtney Ramey will come back into the game. Stephen Craig will come back into the game. Hilton goes out. Ramey went out. Or I'm sorry, Ramey is in. Craig is in. Bradford, Gordon, Floresca. George missed them both. Floresca with the rebound. His team down by 2. Ramey into the front court. Now Gordon. Floresca. Bradford in the paint. Kick out. Ramey for 3 in the lead. No. Tip out by Gordon. Saved it. Back out high to Craig. Now Bradford. Far side Ramey. He'll drive in. Here, hangs in the air. Missed it. And Gordon goes up and is fouled by Dobbs. Dobbs got the block, but they're also going to call him for the personal foul as well. Dominic Dobbs, his first foul of the night. Stephen Harris is going to check back into the game. He can't believe he was whistled for that last foul on the defensive end. Gordon with his 7th point.
Get it up here quick. We got 2 for 30.
And Gordon can tie it up with his 2nd free throw. He does. Chris Gordon ties us up. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Hazelwood Central. A full timeout taken with under 2 minutes left to go in a very exciting championship game. It is Webster 39 and Hazelwood Central 39. Coming out of the timeout, Hazelwood Central should have the basketball. What a way to finish up the 2014 inaugural Coaches versus Cancer tournament. It's been a good one. Again, consolation championship went to St. Charles West. 5th place was Lafayette. 3rd place, Springfield Kickapoo. And our champion, I should say, still in doubt, 39-39, under 2 minutes left to go in regulation. Been a great tournament put on by Jim Klein, the tournament director, and all of the volunteers for this tournament. He was with us at halftime. If you weren't able to join us, said somewhere in the neighborhood of $100,000 to $120,000 they raised throughout this tournament, including all of their corporate sponsorship from Ameren, the title sponsor, as well as all of their other corporate sponsorship that they have, I should say.
Here we go, stay set.
Croft to Holloway. Tie ball game at 39. Holloway had it, lost it, goes out of bounds off of Bradford though. He will stay with Hazelwood Central. Cameron Holloway, or not Cameron, excuse me, not Cameron Holloway, Steve Holloway. That's what happens when you have Cam Hilton and Steve Holloway on the floor. Sneed hangs, nope. Bradford comes down with it. Webster, a chance to take the lead, and they threw it away. Gordon had it, tried to kick it back to Harris. And they lose possession of the ball. Jay Blossom didn't want to give it up. You saw him there with the basketball. He was, can't believe that turned out the way that it did. And we have a whistle. Have a timeout because we had perspiration on the floor, I think. Not sure what happened, but they're going to get a towel out there and mop up underneath the Webster Groves bucket. Floresca, last time down the floor on the defensive end, was sent to the floor, so maybe some perspiration that they hadn't yet cleaned up underneath the bucket. 1:26 remaining in the game. 39 all is our score. George gets the inbounds pass. Now Holloway. Croft drives in the paint. Hesitation, tried to hand it off to Dobbs, and it goes off of whom? They're going to say it still belongs to Hazelwood Central. Looked like it went off of Dobbs, but they had a much better angle on it than I did. Croft to inbound. Count is on. He gets it into Sneed. It goes off of Sneed's foot and out of bounds. So with 1:09 left, 39 all, Webster will have the basketball. Could we be looking at back-to-back overtime games for Hazelwood Central? They won in overtime against Springfield Kickapoo last night. Tied up at 39. 1 minute remaining.
60.
Bradford. Now Craig. Craig holding it. Gets Dobbs way out away from the bucket. Now Bradford.
60.
45 seconds left. Craig gives it to Ramey. Ramey with a left-hand dribble. Croft trying to knock it away from him. Can't quite do it. Floresca now to Bradford. Webster may be playing for the last shot and the championship right here. Tied at 39. 30 seconds remaining in the game. Bradford just going to run some time. They may play for the last shot here. Dramatic moments here at the 2014 Coaches versus Cancer Holiday Tournament. Crowd rising to their feet with 10 seconds left. Crossover dribble, Bradford. Teardrop, yes! With 6. Xavier Sneed to inbound, and they're going to call a timeout taken by Webster Groves. Jay Blossom wants to talk about it. What a shot by Leland Bradford. He's got 6. More importantly, Webster Groves leads this game 41-39, 3.6 seconds left to go. Hazelwood Central will have to go the length of the court and hit a shot here to either win it or send us into overtime. Unbelievable finish between two great basketball teams. We have been treated to some outstanding basketball this week, and it culminates in a game that's coming down to the last 4 seconds. We saw Springfield Kickapoo, the top team in the state, #1 in the most recent rankings, get knocked off in overtime by Hazelwood Central. Hazelwood Central is on the other side of the coin tonight. They had the lead. Kickapoo missed the last shot, contested heavily that last shot. Now Hazelwood Central is the squad that's got to hit a shot with 3.6 seconds left or try to win it. They do have time to get it down the floor. They don't have to be in an absolute rush. They got to be in a hurry, but not rush. Let's put it that way. Absolutely stunning shot there by Leland Bradford. And now we're going to have a timeout taken by Hazelwood Central. They just wanted to see what the defensive alignment was for Webster Groves. Wanted to see what the defensive alignment was for Webster Groves, and then they will adjust accordingly. Second place and championship trophies will be handed out right after we finish here. Are we 3.6 seconds away from being done? Or more? We'll find out momentarily as we come out of this timeout. Hazelwood Central with the ball, down by 2. The crowd is on their feet. Jordan Croft will have the baseline to run. Full court pressure by Webster. They want to waste as much time in the backcourt as they possibly can. Croft gets it in to George at the buzzer. No. Did the buzzer sound? Yes, it did. Webster Groves is your 2014 Coaches versus Cancer Tournament champions. They have slayed the dragon, if you will. Hazelwood Central, 2 consecutive back-to-back championships in this tournament. This year, Webster gets over the hump, and they win it by a score of 41-39. What an outstanding tournament, and what an outstanding finish to this tournament here tonight as the Webster Groves Statesmen run the record to 9-2 on the season, and they win the 2014 Coaches versus Cancer Holiday Tournament.